What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another NFL record prediction video. And this time, we'll be doing our NFL record prediction for the Cleveland Browns in 2022, giving you my thoughts, my game by game analysis, to see how many games I think the Cleveland Browns will win with the new quarterback in Deshaun Watson. So before I give you my record prediction for the Cleveland Browns, don't forget to put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options. And don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see what you think your prediction for the Browns is. Do you think they're going to do good this year? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to win the division? Do you think they're going to have another rough year? Just let me know in the comment section below what you think. So anyways, let's get started. All right. So week 1, they got to play on the road versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, this is a game right here that can go either way, though, because here's the thing. The Panthers are really not a good team. I mean, the coaching could be the question. The quarterback position is concerning. I mean, I don't know who's going to be the quarterback. Whether it's going to be Sam Darnold or Matt Corral. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a rookie playing against a really good defense like the Browns is going to be too much. I mean, the Browns, they're one of those teams that like to run the ball, and the Panthers don't really have that much of a pass rush, so I think the Browns should run the ball, and I think they can do enough in the passing game to expose this Panthers defense, expose their secondary, which I don't think they have any good corners that can cover. But you know what? This could be a potential upset for the Panthers because Deshaun Watson, he's likely going to get suspended for at least 3 or 4 games. I don't know, but I'm guessing maybe like 3, 4, or 5 games. I don't know, or maybe 6. So I'm guessing maybe 4 games. So, by the way, it doesn't matter if Jacoby Brissett's going to play or not. I mean, I'm going to go with the Browns here because I just think the Browns are just a more talented team. They have a better coach. So, yeah. So, that's why I think the Browns are probably going to win. And I think Jacoby Brissett is going to I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think Jacoby Brissett's going to play good this game. So, yeah, that's pretty much why. Next game, week 2, they got to play at home versus the Jets. Obviously, this is another game that can go either way because this is Zach Wilson versus Jacoby Brissett. But I think this game right here could be a mismatch because Watson's probably not going to be playing again. But you know what? It doesn't matter if he's playing or not. I mean, they got Jacoby Brissett, and there's some games he can really play good in. Like there's no reason I should take the Browns to lose these first 2 games. I mean, you know what? I'm probably just gonna switch it up, and I think they're gonna at least lose to one of the Panthers or the Jets game. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win both of them, but I'm just gonna change my mind and say the Panthers win the first game, and I'm gonna say the Browns. I'm gonna say they lose to the Panthers the first game, and then the Browns beat the Jets the second game because the Browns are at home, and the Jets are really not good on the road, especially against talented teams. Yeah, and plus they're at home. They have a better coach. And they're just a better team. And the reason why I think the Panthers are going to pull off the upset against the Browns because I feel like that the Browns, without Deshaun Watson, they're probably not going to be able to do enough. So, yeah, that's why I think the Panthers win this game. So, yeah. And then week 3, they got to play a Thursday night game versus Steelers. You know what? I mean, I always go with the home team because Thursday night is always wacky and all that. But you know what? Deshaun Watson is probably not going to be playing this game either. So does this mean the Browns can win? Sure, but I'm not going to rule them out winning this game. But I think the Browns will split with the Steelers this year, in my opinion. Because I think last year the Steelers swept them. So, yeah. So, by the way, I'm just going to say that the Steelers are just going to win the first game because they don't got this. Because, with Deshaun Watson being absent, I just feel like the Steelers are going to win the first game. And also, I just feel like that, this defense is going to give this Browns offense a lot of problems. And I think, and they're really good at stopping the run. So I think their defense finds a way to, slow down the running game and all that. So, yeah, that's pretty much why. Then week 5, they got to play. Week 4, they got to play on the road versus the Falcons. I want to say the Falcons win this game, but I'm going with the Browns here because I just think the Browns are just a more talented team. They have the better coach. And I just really think that, the Falcons offense. Falcons don't have a quarterback, and their coaching's a problem. And I don't really know who the quarterbacks are going to be. Whether it's going to be Mariota or Desmond Ridder. Who knows? So, yeah. So that's why I have the Browns winning this game. There's no reason why the Browns are going to lose that game. So, yeah, that's why. All right, now next game, they got to play at home versus the Chargers. Now, this is another game that can go either way because last year, I believe the Chargers beat them in the shootout type game. Now, this is when they played against Baker Mayfield. But now, this is a different Browns team, which they're playing against Justin Herbert. But you know what? This could be my trap game because I believe Watson's going to come back. I believe he's going to be playing this game, though. But you know what? This could be a challenge. This could be a challenge for the Chargers. Watson can definitely give Herbert a challenge because Watson is a difference maker and he's really good at torching defenses. But you know what? I just kind of feel like that the Chargers have a better defense. I think they can match up well with the Browns really good because they have a strong secondary that can cover, and they have a really good pass rush that can really slow down the running game, and they can give Watson a tough time. But I think they can get pressure on him. But I think they can get at least a 3-man rush in this game. I think they can. But you know what? I just feel like Justin Herbert is probably going to be too good for the Browns defense to stop because I don't think the Browns defense. I just kind of feel like that Justin Herbert is probably going to dice up the Browns defense. So even though it's in Cleveland, I'm probably going to go with the Chargers here because I just think the Chargers are just a more complete team. And I just really think that, Herbert's is gonna at least slice and dice. I just feel like he's going to at least give Watson a challenge. And I just really think that the Chargers can do enough to move the ball against that Browns defense. Yeah, I think they're going to put the Browns defense in a bad position. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Chargers win. Next game, week 6, they got to play at home versus the New England Patriots. Obviously, this is another game that can go either way, though. Now, this is when the Patriots did play against you. I believe they lost to them last year when Baker Mayfield was the quarterback. But now they're playing against Deshaun Watson. The Patriots, they've been having trouble defending Watson. Don't matter what team he's on. But I think this can go either way, though. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots beat them. But I think this game is going to be close, though, because I feel like Bill Belichick can give the Browns a challenge. So, yeah. But you know what? Since it's in Cleveland, if it was in New England, I'll go with the Patriots. But since it's in Cleveland, I'll take the Browns here because I just think the Browns are just a more talented team. And I just really think that Amari Cooper is gonna be too much for the Patriots defense to handle, because I don't think they have a true number one corner that's gonna cover. So yeah, I think the Browns offense is gonna give the Patriots defense a lot of problems. So I think that what the Browns can do, they can run the ball on them, and I think Deshaun Watson is just gonna slice and dice that Patriots secondary up. So yeah. So by the way, that's exactly why I think the Browns win this game. But I think it will be close though. But I think the Browns find a way to win this game, at least by like a field goal or a touchdown. Next game, week 7, they gotta play on the road versus the Ravens. So since it's in Baltimore, I'm gonna say the Ravens win the first game because they're at home. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much why. So I think they're gonna split with the Ravens. So I say that they're gonna lose the first game because it's in Baltimore, and Baltimore is kind of a tough outing to play at. So yeah, that's pretty much why. Then week 8, they got to play at home versus the Bengals on a Monday night. But I think they do win the first game versus the Bengals because Cincinnati, isn't, because they're traveling to Cleveland. So yeah, and I feel like Watson's gonna have a big game. So that's why I think the Browns win this game. All right. Then week 9, you get a bye week. Then after the bye week, you got extra time to prepare and watch film. So you're looking good right now. So at 4-4. So yeah, which means you got extra time to prepare and watch film and all that. Then you got your next game. You got to play on the road versus the Miami Dolphins. Now this is another interesting game that can go either way, but this could be very challenging though, because the Dolphins seem like a sneaky team this year because they have a secret weapon in Tyreek Hill. But you know what? I kind of feel like that the Browns are just a more talented team. I want to take the Browns because they're a more talented team, and Watson can give Tua a challenge, and he can really find a way to like dice up the Dolphins defense. But you know what? I feel like the Dolphins, offensively had tons of weapons that can dice up the Browns defense. Because you got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, Cedric Wilson. I think the Dolphins offense is going to be very explosive this game. I think they can make explosive plays down the field. And I think they have a really good offensive line, and they can really find a way to like block Myles Garrett. And I think defensively, their defensive line is not great, but it's okay. I think they can find a way to like give the Browns offense tons of issues. But you know what? If this game was in Cleveland, I would take the Browns because Watson is a difference maker though. But I want to take them on the road to beat Miami, even though he's a better quarterback than Tua. It's kind of tough to say, but I think this game's going to be super close. Since it's in Miami, I'm going with the Dolphins here because, usually in Miami is a tough place to play at because, sometimes it get hot there and all that, and I feel like Watson's going to struggle in the hot weather, maybe in warm weather, so yeah. But I think it's going to be close, but I think the Dolphins win this game in a shootout, and I think Tyreek Hill is gonna have a breakout game. Next game, week 11, they got to play on the road versus the Buffalo Bills. Actually, this is another challenging game that can go either way because the Buffalo Bills are a good team because they have a great quarterback, they have a great receiving core, they have a great tight end. They got a good running back that they drafted. Their offensive line is pretty good, but not fantastic. Defensively, they're really good up front and even the secondary. This is where I can definitely see the Browns can go on the road and win. But you know what? Buffalo's kind of like a tough outing to play at, especially in the cold. Especially when it's cold down there in a cold climate. But you know what? I think we can see the Browns defense, and we can see them run the ball on the Bills, and we can see this defense, slowing down the Bills' offense. But you know what? I don't really know the Browns defense is going to be able to at least stop them. So, by the way, if this game was in Cleveland, I would probably roll with the Browns. But since it's in Buffalo, I'm gonna take the Bills here because I just think the Bills are just a better team. They're at home. They have a better quarterback, better coach. I mean, yeah, and I think their defense is good enough to slow down the run. So I think they should be able to at least slow down Nick Chubb and those guys. And I think they have a strong secondary that can cover the Browns passing game because I don't really think the Browns have any other options at receiver. So I don't really think they really have enough. I don't think they really have a lot of weapons to like dice up the Bills defense. So yeah. So I think it will be super close though. But the Browns can definitely pull off an upset. But I just think the Bills find a way to win this game. So I say they at least win by 3. Next game, week 12, they gotta play at home versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now this is another challenging game. Now this can definitely go either way though, because the Bucs are a really good team though because they have a great O line, they have a great trio at wide receiver, great weapon read. I mean, Tom Brady is back. I mean, yeah, I mean, if if this wasn't Tom Brady, I mean, I could roll with the Browns. But you know what? Tampa Bay has a great defensive line as well and a great offensive line, and I think they can find a way to pressure. They can pressure. They can pressure them, and they can find a way to give their offense a tough time. But but you know what? They have a strong secondary as well. But you know what? This is a game where I can see the Browns win this game. But you know what? I feel like this game right here is going to be super close. The Browns can definitely pull off an upset because Watson is a difference maker. But I know it's in Cleveland though. But I mean, if Tom Brady wasn't there, I mean, I would roll with Cleveland. But since Tom Brady is there, I'm going to go with the Bucs because I just think the Bucs are just a more complete team. They have a better quarterback. I mean, yeah. And I just don't think the Browns have a lot of option at wide receiver too. So I don't really think the Browns really have enough weapons, to dice up the Bucs defense. Especially they have a strong secondary that can cover. They have a strong defensive line that can really slow down the Browns running game. And I think they have a great offensive line that can block Myles Garrett. So yeah. So I think Tom Brady's gonna put up a show here in Cleveland. But yeah, so that's why I think the Bucs will win this game. All right, next game, week 13, they got to play on the road versus Houston Texans. Obviously, this is the Deshaun Watson revenge game. So, obviously, I got them beating the Texans because, Texans, I mean, they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. They don't have a quarterback. I mean, the coach is definitely a question. Yeah, I mean, Browns, I mean, there's the more complete team that has a better quarterback, the better coach. Yeah, that's pretty much why. Then week 14, they got to play on the road versus Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to split the Bengals, so they're going to lose that game here. So I believe Cincy's going to get their revenge on them because here's the thing. Cleveland has beat them twice last year. So, yeah, I mean, they're not going to beat the Bengals 2 times in a row. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, Joe Burrow, I mean, it's a great quarterback. I mean, last year, I mean, they beat them twice because the first game, they won this game because I think their defense did a really good job taking away Jamar Chase. It's taking away the run game. I mean, their defense did a great job. I mean, offensively, they did really good when Baker Mayfield was there. So I think Joe Burrow should put up a show here in Cleveland. Now, week 15, they got to play at home versus the Baltimore Ravens. I actually got them splitting with the Ravens here. So yeah, because they're at home and Deshaun Watson is going to put up a show here, and so yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Browns will win. I think Watson will outplay Lamar. The next game, week 16, they got to play at home versus the New Orleans Saints on a Saturday. I think this game right here is going to be very close, and it's very interesting though. Now it can go either way though because this could be the Jarvis Landry revenge game because here's the thing. the Saints have tons of weapons on offense. You got Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave. What they like to do is run the ball, and Alvin Kamara is a stud at running back. I mean, offensive line's okay, but not great. I mean, defensively, they're really good, even up front and even in the secondary. This is a game where we can see the Saints win this game because they have a strong defense that can really give the Browns offense a lot of problems, and they can really find a way to slow down the run game. But if this game was in New Orleans, I'll probably roll with the Saints. But since this game's in Cleveland, I give respect to Deshaun Watson and the Browns to win this game. Because I just think the Browns are just a better team. They have a better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home. I mean, yeah. But I think this will be close, though. But I think the Browns can win in a shootout type game. Maybe they win at least by 3 or maybe 4. Next game, Week 17, they got to play on the road versus the Washington football team. Obviously, this is another game that can go either way, though. But you know what? Washington is a kind of a great, talented team. I mean, they got a great defensive line. They got some great weaponry. I mean, this is a game where I think Washington can definitely pull off an upset but you know what? Given that Carson Wentz is there, I mean, I just don't think Carson Wentz is that good enough. Like, I don't think he's good enough to dice up the defenses. Especially, the Browns have great defense. I think they can give this Browns offense, give this Carson Wentz tons of issues. So, yeah. And also, they have a strong secondary that can cover the Washington receivers. So, yeah. Even though this game's in Washington, I'm still going to take the Browns to win this game because I believe that the Browns are just a more complete team. They have a better coach, and they have the better quarterback. I mean, to be honest with me, Deshaun Watson's better than Carson Wentz. So, yeah. But I wouldn't be shocked if they kept this game close. But I think the Browns can maybe win at least by like 7. So, yeah. All right, then last game, Week 18, they got to play on the road versus Steelers. I actually got them splitting with the Steelers because, I feel like they're going to at least get revenge on the Steelers because, remember, the Steelers beat them twice last year. So I kind of feel that there's no way they're going to beat them twice again. I mean, because I kind of feel like the Browns, I mean, they're trying to fight for a playoff spot in it and all that. So, yeah, and especially I don't know who the quarterback's going to be, right? It's going to be Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky. I mean, Browns still have the better quarterback, and there's the better team. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Browns win. Well, all right, guys. I have the Cleveland Browns going 9-8. Now, this could definitely get you into the playoffs. I'm really not sure. But it kind of reminds me that's kind of like you missing out. So I think they could be looking outside. They could be outside looking in. I mean, they're ranked 3rd in the conference. I mean, 3-3 in their division, 6-6 in the conference, 5-3 at home, 4-5 away. I mean, that's pretty awesome for this team. Now I just kind of feel like the Browns. I mean, I just don't know I don't even know what it's gonna take for the Browns to like get into the playoffs this year. Like, I don't really know. Like, I just hope the Browns prove me wrong. I mean, yeah, I mean, when you look at the teams' their schedule, this schedule is pretty tough because I just kind of feel like they're gonna at least start off rough because Watson's probably gonna be suspended for at least like 4 games or more. Like, I don't really know. Because when you look at the teams' their schedule, with Watson, I feel like their schedule is pretty easy because, and they got some tough games as well because they got to play the Steelers twice, they got to play the Chargers, the Ravens twice, the Bengals twice, the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Bucks, the Saints. So that's like a pretty easy schedule. Like, I couldn't argue with this. I mean, I feel like this team is like a contender. Like, this team could definitely be a contender with Watson. But I just kind of feel like Watson's probably going to be rusty because he hasn't really played last year due to, him wanting to get traded and all that. So, yeah. So, I kind of have the Browns in third place in the division. But I can definitely see the Browns at least winning like 10, 11, 12, or maybe 13 games. So maybe I say their ceiling can be like 12-5, and then maybe their floor can be like about like I'm gonna say their floor can be like about 8-9. So I say they can go somewhere from like 9 to 11 wins, but I'm probably gonna stick with 9 because I just kind of feel like the Browns are gonna start off rough, like without Deshaun Watson because he's not gonna be playing for a couple weeks. So yeah, I mean, if they can really prove me wrong in some games, then this team can be very dangerous, and they could definitely win the division as well. Well, it just depends on how well Cleveland's gonna do. Well, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and don't forget, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments section below about what you think your thoughts on the Browns. Whether you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong, just let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's Emmanuel Jones from Big Fan. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.